She walked into the shop wearing heels that cost more than his entire toolbox, looked down at him like he was gum on her shoe, and then she said the words that would blow up in her face. "Finish this welding job perfectly, and I'll marry you." But here's the thing. He didn't just finish it. He did something that left her speechless, red-faced, and reaching for a contract. Stick around, because this story about a broke single dad and a millionaire CEO is going to make you rethink who really holds the power in a room. So let me paint the picture for you. Die Mechanik sandwiches, grease under his fingernails, and a 3-year-old daughter named Lily who thinks Daddy can fix anything. And honestly, he pretty much can. Jake lost his wife 2 years ago to cancer. Since then, it's been just him and Lily in a small apartment above his garage. He wakes up at 5 a.m., makes her breakfast, drops her at daycare, then spends 10 hours welding, repairing engines, and doing jobs that most people wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. The guy is a master with a torch. But money is tight. Realiteit. He's got medical bills, daycare costs, and a busted truck that he keeps alive with duct tape and prayers. Now, the CEO, her name is Victoria, 39, inherited her father's construction empire 5 years ago. She runs 3 companies, drives a black Mercedes, and has a reputation for being cold as ice. Her employees call her the viper behind her back, not because she's mean, but because she strikes fast and doesn't look back. She's used to getting what she wants. And what she wanted was a custom steel gate for her new penthouse. Something fancy, something that screamed, "I have money and you don't." Her usual fancy. Fabricators were booked solid for months. So her assistant, panicking, found Jake's shop online. Small place, 5-star reviews from locals. She booked him without telling. Victoria, it was some no-name mechanic in a rough part of town. The day of the job, Victoria shows up in her suit, flanked by 2 assistants holding iPads. She walks into the garage, looks around at the old posters, the half-empty coffee cups, the pile of tires in the corner, and her nose literally wrinkles. Like she stepped in something. Jake is under a truck, but he rolls out, wipes hands on a rag, instant du paix, est polite, offers her a seat, asks what she needs. She doesn't sit. She just looks at the drawings he made for the gate design, hand-drawn. Careful, beautiful actually, and says, "You drew these?" I say yes. Et sache-le. Not a nice laugh. A "you've got to be kidding me" laugh. Ten chaussee, loud enough for everyone in the shop to hear. "Listen, I don't have time for amateur hour. I need a gate that looks like it belongs to someone important. Not this." She waves at the garage. Jake stays calm. He's used to people judging him. He asks for the specs. She hands him a napkin with some numbers scribbled on it. Basically a dare. And this is where things get wild. Victoria looks him up and down, his worn-out jeans, his faded T-shirt with a hole in the collar, and says, "Tell you what. You finish this welding job perfectly. No bubbles, no weak seams, exactly to my measurements. And I'll marry you." Her assistants giggle. "Just me? It gâte sa joke." a cruel joke meant to humiliate him. She's saying, "You're so beneath me that the only way you'd ever get someone like me is if you performed a miracle." And then she adds, "But if you fail, you work for me for free for 1 year. Every weekend." No pay. A bet. A nasty bet. Jake looks at her, then looks at his daughter's drawing. Taped to the wall, a little stick figure family. He thinks about the stack of bills on his desk. And he says, "Deal." Victoria's smile freezes for half a second. She didn't expect him to accept, but she's too proud to back down. She shakes his greasy hand, snaps a photo of him for proof, and leaves. Her assistants follow, whispering. Now, Jake has 7 days. That's the deadline. The gut used 12 feet, 8 feet tall, curved top. Lots of intricate scroll work. Normal welders would take 2 weeks. But Jake works nights. He puts Lily to bed, tucks her in with her stuffed rabbit, then goes back down to the shop. He welds from 10 p.m. until 3 a.m. every night. His hands are steady. His eyes are sharp. He uses a technique called TIG welding. That's tungsten inert gas, which is the hardest kind to master. It's like drawing with lightning. One wrong move and the whole thing warps. But Jake's been doing this since he was 16. His dad was a welder. Taught him that a good weld isn't just strong, it's beautiful. It looks like a stack of dimes perfectly overlapping. Here's a quick fact for you. According to the American Welding Society, there's a huge shortage of skilled welders in the U.S. Over 300,000 jobs go unfilled every year, and a master welder can easily make 6 figures. But Jake doesn't charge enough because he's too honest. He quotes fair prices. Meanwhile, Victoria probably pays her corporate lawyers 5 times that. Day 4. Jake hits a problem. One of the steel beams has a hidden crack. If I use it, the whole gate could snap in storm. He doesn't have money to buy a new beam. So he does what great mechanics do. He improvises. He cuts out the bad section, forges a replacement piece from scrap, and he treats it in his homemade oven. It takes him 6 hours. He doesn't sleep that night, but by morning the beam is stronger than before. Day 6. The gate is almost done. It's stunning. Jake added something. Victoria didn't ask. Small handfuls along the bottom rail. Not flashy, classy, a signature of his work. He polishes every weld until it shines like mercury. Then he stands back. It's the best thing he's ever made. Day 7. Victoria arrives with a film crew. You heard that right. She brought a videographer to record his failure. She planned to post it on social media, make him look like a fool, get free labor for a year. Her lawyers are there too, holding a contract for that free year of work. She walks into the shop, heels clicking, and stops. The gate is sitting on sawhorses under the lights. It looks expensive, like something in a museum. Victoria walks around it slowly. Her smirk is gone. She runs a finger over a weld. It's smooth as glass. She checks the measurements, perfect. She checks the angles, flawless. Her assistants are quiet. The videographer lowers his camera. Victoria turns to Jake. He's holding Lily, who wanted to see Daddy's big sparkle door. Jake just smiles. He doesn't say a word. Victoria's face goes red. 10 wide. Then she laughs again, but this time it's nervous. Well, she says, a deal is a deal. She pulls out her phone. I have a wedding planner on speed. Dial, because she still thinks she's in control. She thinks this is a game she can win by being charming. But Jake shakes his head. No, he says, quietly, calmly, I don't want to marry you. The room goes silent. You could hear a pin drop. Victoria blinks. Excuse me. Jake sets Lily down. He walks over to the gate and points to the little roses he forged. Each one of these, he says, took me an hour. I made 12 of them. That's 12 hours of my life I won't get back. But I did it because I love my work. I don't do it for bets. I do it for my daughter. He looks Victoria right in the eyes. Into my shop, mocked me life, and tried to euphors me. But I'm not a toy. I'm a father, and a damn good welder. Then he drops the real hammer. I'll sell you the gate for $15,000. That's my normal price, plus overtime. Or you can walk away. But either way, you owe me an apology. In front of your crew. On camera, Victoria's mouth opens, closes. Her lawyers shift uncomfortably. She looks at the gate, then at Lily, who is hugging Jake's leg, then back at the gate. For a long 10 seconds, nobody breathes. Finally, she takes a deep breath. I'm sorry, she says. Not loud, but clear. I was wrong about you. Her assistant hands her a checkbook. She writes a check for $20,000. Keep the extra, she says, for your daughter's college fund. Jake nods, takes the check. Doesn't smile. He just says, thank you. Now please leave. I have another job to finish. Victoria picks up her heels and walks out. The videographer catches the whole thing. Later that week, someone leaks the footage. It go viral. Millions of views. People send Jake messages from all over the world. Offert pour une companies, custom fabrication shops, even a TV show wants to feature him. But Jake turns most of them down. He opens a small welding school in his garage instead. Teaches other single parents how to weld for free. Because he remembers what it felt like to be looked down on. And Victoria, she learns her lesson. She donates $20,000 to a single-parent scholarship fund. She starts treating her employees like humans. People say she even smiles sometimes. But she never goes back to that garage. Too embarrassed? Good. So what's the lesson here? Never judge a person by their coveralls. The mechanic fixing your car might have a master's degree in metallurgy. The janitor mopping the floor might be putting 3 kids through college. And the single dad with grease on his hands. He might just build something so beautiful that it leaves a millionaire speechless. Pride comes before the fall. But humility? Humility wins every time. If you like this story, you'll love the next one. About a homeless veteran who walks into a bank and asks for a loan. And the manager laughs. in his face until he pulls out a piece of paper that changes everything. Click right here to watch it before YouTube hides it. And hey, don't be a Victoria. Be a Jake. See you in the next one.